Welcome everybody back to the Figure Kit Garage, fellow resin heads and kit builders. Brent Krug back with another out-of-the-box review. The kit that you see in front of you is my latest acquisition from Michael White. This is a 1/3 scale bust of a bounty hunter from a very faraway galaxy, the OG bounty hunter. For a lot of people, including myself, he was introduced back in 1980 in episode 5. And he's become probably one of the most favorite bounty hunters of that series. And this is a piece that I'd wanted for quite a while, and Michael was offering some of the last casted pieces he had. I believe this one is being discontinued. This piece was sculpted, molded, and cast by Michael in 1/3 scale, 5 pieces. The helmet, the main body, and the base itself is one piece. The rocket pack and the missile for that rocket, or for that pack, excuse me. And then the rocket pack itself, 5 pieces, and the rangefinder, the rangefinder. 5 pieces overall. It's 11 1/8 inches tall, 6 7/8 inches wide, and 5.5 inches deep. And we'll take a closer look at these pieces. I'm going to pull the camera back a little bit. Be a good shot, show you how big this guy actually is going to be. Next to one of my bottles of water. He's not a small pup. The pictures on Michael's website of this kit really don't do the size justice at all. I should have known that, honestly, because of the size of Big Boss's Pit Pet that I reviewed a year ago. I should have known this guy was going to be fairly decent size. These parts, except for the rocket pack, the missile, and the rangefinder, the helmet and the main body and base are hollow cast. And thankfully, it reduced the weight by quite a bit. But the helmet we'll take a look at first. The T-visor and all the details of this helmet. A lot of the scratches and everything will have to be done during the paint work. Excuse me. But you did get the dent synonymous with this bounty hunter's helmet right in the right spot. And this could be painted up either in the episode 5 or episode 6 version, whichever you wanted to do. Minor mold line going down the back side of the helmet. Thankfully, this thing is very light. And then the main body itself, armor, very nice attention to detail. And the shoulder armor, and there are no decals of either what was on the shoulder armor or on the upper right part of the chest. I'll have to hand paint those regardless, but that's all right, no big deal. Be a nice challenge. The braided scalps that he liked to wear to show how much of a ruthless bounty hunter he could really be. If you know the character, you know what those braided scalps are from. And the base, nicely textured, kind of a sandstone look to it. It looks really, really good overall. Not a lot of cleanup to do on this in the end. There is one minor area back here that I'll have to putty up and blend in, but that's no biggie. And the cape that drapes off his left shoulder. And then along the back side, this is where the rocket pack will plug in. And the rocket pack is just, really nicely done. Just the upper part of it. I'll have to pin and glue that just to keep that in. but sets up very nicely. And then the missile itself plugs in just like that. I'll have to sand that down and get that just a little bit more even. But you can see really, really beautiful representation of the character. And then the rangefinder, I will have to sand that down, but not too much. So I'll probably have to use a little bit of sheet plastic to fill in inside where the rangefinder pops down. But it should sit about that high off the top of the helmet. But all in all, an amazing piece. I was lucky enough to get a hold of this as he was making the announcement that they were going to be discontinued, along with at least one other piece. I believe his Dark Lord bust was also discontinued, along with I believe his own take on the Universal Monsters was also being discontinued. And he's got a lot of new projects he's working on, including a life-size bust of a certain how can I put it? I am the law, and that's all I'm going to say. He did post photos of it on Facebook, and I got to admit that bust is really impressive. A little bit out of my price range, but from what I've seen thus far, Michael's really nailed the character. In life size, yeah, it looks really good. So, a very short review, but for this character, not a whole lot more needs to be said. Beautifully cast, beautifully sculpted. The paint job on him is going to be fun, to say the least, with all the paint chipping and the weathering. Just to get that to look right, that'll be a blast. I want to thank everybody that's been watching thus far, all my subscribers that have joined on. I want to send a big congratulations to Jerry Frade of Just Paint It with Jerry, who crossed the 1,000 subscriber mark recently. Way to go. We're getting closer. Also, tune in to Model Club TV, Jason Walker and Scott Johansson. Those guys are really, really doing it right. Great interviews, good giveaways, and just talking about everything about the hobby in general. As well, check out Monster Model Review, another great channel. A lot of B-movie related kits. Rob Madison's channel. He's been around for a really long time. Give him a like and a look. It's well worth it. It really is. Let's keep this community going. So for this review of the OG Bounty Hunter, Mr. Fett, sculpted by Michael White, this has been the Figure Kit Garage. Everybody stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Build a kit.